Masters, good evening.
Good evening.
It's always my pleasure and privilege to visit you guys. I know it's you just conclude your midterm. The attendance rate is somewhat low, but still, attendance rate is good considerably to other campus clubs. And I have two assignments tonight. First, I would like to take a look at the language used tonight. And second, I would like to provide my observation about the whole meeting tonight. Firstly, I would like to share my observation about the language usage. I want to say that you guys, you are the top students in Taiwan. And I really feel proud of you guys. You speak excellent language. And when I was at your age, I couldn't do that. So you should be proud of yourself. You are a member of this one of the top campus club and speak excellent language. Give yourself a big round of applause. Anyway, I still try to be picky. So I want to give you my evaluation into three parts. First, about pronunciation, and second, about the improper usage, and third, I would like to maybe quote some good expressions for you to refresh your memory. First, about the pronunciation. I heard some words maybe you guys need to pay more attention to. I think maybe you're too out of your nervousness. It's step out of tune. But I just want to remind you, you will not do that again. First, I heard someone pronounce the word popular. You should say popular. So the stress sound is on the first syllable. The popular girl, not popular girl. Next, I heard someone pronounce understand. Understand. So the stress sound, always pay attention to your stress sound. The syllables make very big difference. And also, I heard someone said impress someone. Impress someone. So there's always something wrong with the syllables of the stress sound. Next, I would like to list some maybe some improper usage for you to be better. First, I heard someone said, "In the other hand," it should be "on the other hand," right? When I raise that, you all know that. And second, I would like to would you guys pay attention, because when we talk about the things, a lot of things was in the past. So when I observed here your expression, something in the past, you need to use past tense, right? That's very simple. Also, for a person who is already dead, you should not use present tense. So the person already passed, you say he was, or you cannot say he is. For instance, I heard someone say he is a clever guy. In fact, this person already passed away. You should say he was a clever guy. And I heard someone said I go to bed. You should say I went to bed. It's something in the past. When I say that, you know that very clearly. Next, I heard someone said the most funny thing. The funniest thing, right? The funniest thing. I heard someone said their parents will come to school. You should say that their parents came to school. Simple past, very simple. I heard someone said learn to cut down price. We all know what you mean. It's better to say the word bargain. We learn how to bargain the price. Next, I heard someone said, I already too nervous to sleep. I always too nervous to sleep. You missed a verb here. I was always too nervous to sleep. Next, I heard someone said, I have deadline to finish. You miss the article here. I had a deadline to finish. Next, I heard someone said, we will bonus you. Bonus is a noun, not a verb. Okay? You should say, we will have a special bonus for you. We will have a special bonus for you. Next, I heard someone say, do you have seen that? This is very weird, right? You said that, have you seen that? I heard someone said, we very wish that. This is a very typical Chinese language, Chinese English. Say, you never say wish, that's wishful thinking. Wishful thinking is something cannot happen. What you're trying to say is, I sincerely hope, blah, blah, blah. I heard someone said, it is very fun. What is the correct way to say that? It is fun, or it's a lot of fun. It's much fun. Okay? I heard someone said in a tabletop, he said, play a joke. What he's trying to say is 恶作剧, right? Something like that, right? Play a joke. Play a prank, P-R-A-N-K, PR and prank, or play a mischief to someone. Okay? You should learn these words. My birthday is on September. What's wrong with this? My birthday is in September. I heard someone said, have you admired a star when you were young? It's weird. You should not use this, past present. Did you admire a star when you were young? Past simple. Simple past. Very clear. Okay, I would like to quote some very good expressions in today's meeting. For instance, I like the word comfort zone. Step out of your comfort zone. Sleep like a log. Good. Procrastination. And some speeches, they're good, very good experience, but it's a short of hand. I cannot catch it. Very good sentence. For instance, I heard the word fragile esteem. Fragile esteem. And in that, you mentioned personal happiness will come when we care for others. Right? Very good expressions. And also, I like this, very humorous. I'm an expert on procrastination. I like that. It's very humorous. Very good. So that's conclude my evaluation on the language. So continue. I would like to give you a general comment for my general observation about today's meeting. Firstly, talk about the Toastmasters of the evening, Harry and Rebecca. Maybe this is the first time to be the toast, right, for this meeting. In fact, you did a wonderful job. But the problem is, as I mentioned to them privately, when you introduce someone on the stage, you should at least add some personal background of this person. For instance, Mike, he is a past district governor. Jory is a past club president. Or Sean, he is major in what department, or in senior students, something like that. You need to have those basic understanding of this person. But the problem is, I asked, they got agenda too late. They just got agenda today. So they have no time to connect with all the assignment takers. So my suggestion is, if possible, give the agenda ready early for the Toastmaster day to interview the individual player so they can have a proper introduction for them. Generally speaking, did a wonderful job. Please give them a big round of applause. And timer, Annie, you did a good introduction, but also I want to remind you, you not only count the time of each speaker, you also need to count the time of each session. Okay? When the time is up, you have to give signal to the host. And also for art counter, Sabrina, you not only count the art, for instance, it's for we Chinese, it's easy for us to make misuse of gender. For instance, if I say Maggie, he, Mike, she, this is a very common mistake for we Chinese people. We also call that is an art, very serious art. So you also need to count that. For a society club, we will have a fine system. If you make that kind of art, you will have double pay for that. For instance, if art for $2, for making misagenda over $5, something like that. Okay, it's very serious. And also, I would suggest for all the 3 assistants, try to recite your function introduction. That will be more professional. Okay, that would be great. We have 4 or 5 speakers, wonderful speakers tonight. I think your individual event all give you good suggestions. But I just want to give you some comment, just a brief general comment. We have 2 C1 speakers. That is Lillian and Judy. I think you all did a wonderful job. Where's Lillian? Okay. But the problem is, for the C1 speech, for Judy, you mentioned about the change. And Lydia, you mentioned about your school experience, your English learning experience. But for C1 speech, we want to know more about yourself. For instance, you should tell us your family, your education, your hobbies, and your future plans. So all the members can know you better. So I'm wondering, have you read your menu before you make a preparation for the speech? Have you? No? Maybe I guess. So, I want to remind you, all the C1 speakers, you not just focus on certain things. You have to give a general introduction of yourself. That including your family, your background, your education, your hobbies, your future plans, something like that. Sounds like cliche, but you can make it that in a very creative way. Use your imagination, okay?
各位同学
Wonderful.
现在距离闭馆时间还有30分钟，请各位同学准备离馆。
For Daniel's speech, Daniel, where's Daniel? I like your speech. You're very smart. You cannot remember your script. You put on the lecture.
各位同学
That's smart.
现在距离闭馆时间
And
还有30分
you
钟，
have a good
请各位同
pronunciation,
学
well
准备离
preparation,
馆。
and well informed of the content. The problem is you have no gestures, right? For good speech, you have body movements. You have eye contact with interaction with the audience. That's something you need to work on. And for Julio, right? Julio. Julian, right? Julian. I like your speech. Well prepared. But even though you forgot the line in the middle, but you did a good wonderful speech. You have a very good line in your structure. I forgot how to throw that. And the problem is use of note. You did use your note, and later on you speak like this. This is not a professional. Okay, this is really not professional. You just put on the lectins. You take a glance when it is necessary, or you do need to use script. Make it small. You can read on your spot. Okay, make it small. Otherwise, you did a wonderful job. It's very meaningful contents. And oh, by the way, I want to mention one thing. Some of the speakers you mentioned about the podiums. In fact, this is not a podium. This is a lectern. Lectern. Podium means a conductor. Conduct music, orchestra. That's the podiums. So this is the lectern. You don't say podiums. Lectern or the speaking area. Okay? And for the Ivan said, you're an old junior. You did one for speech, naturally. The problem is your time control. You still need to have a rehearsal. That's a basic requirement for professional speaker. Time control is very important. So you overtime maybe at least for 2 minutes. So that's something I want to remind you. Also, for when you introduce some content on the screen, don't face the screen. You still need to face the audience. That makes you professional. Okay, remember that. And table topics rules, I think you did a wonderful job. But the problem is, for table topic host, you should not say too much. You should leave more time for the speaker to say. Say, you do not doing the one-man show. You need to have the stage for the speaker, for the impromptu speaker. So that's something you. But I like the question you raised. And for the speaker, even though it's a short speech, you still have to pay attention to the structures, opening, body, and conclusions. A lot of speakers, they don't have any conclusions. That you need to pay attention to that. Also, pay attention to time control. I know one of the speakers, he didn't care about the time, right? That's something we should avoid it. And education section, Howard. Here's Howard. Howard did a wonderful job. Very short and precise. And we really learned something, very professional. Give Howard a big round of applause. We have a wonderful individual evaluator. I think they all did a wonderful job, even though it's a magic for the first time. You did a wonderful job. Very good structures. But I want to I want to give you one suggestion. For other clubs, when a member finishes their C1 speech, we all standing ovation to congratulate this person. So why we not do that tonight? Let's give a standing ovation to Judy and to Lily. Congratulations. Good job. Good job. Okay. Thank you. Okay. So for evaluator, please pay attention to their objectives. So pay attention to the objective of the speech. For instance, C1 is ice-breaking. You should focus on introducing yourself. And for the C1 speech, my personal suggestion is more encouragement than suggestions. So you have more confidence to come next time. Otherwise, you will scare the speaker away. Okay, but not for the NTU students. Okay, but the problem is also for evaluator, you don't need to repeat the content of the speakers. You just give precise suggestions and how you thought about the program. I think all the evaluators did a wonderful job. I'm very impressed with your performance. Did wonderful jobs. And my general comment for this meeting. Firstly, this is a very warm and exciting place. We all have a mingling together. I'm especially impressed with officers, their meaningful report, and outing and arrangement. They did a lot of preparation for that. Their passion, their energies really deserve of respect. You know, I remember the guys who did a preparation for outing. They did a pre-trip already to make all the arrangements, prepare for you. They did a wonderful job. I really am touched by that. So you have a very strong team under a very strong leader, Maggie, right? Did a wonderful job. And I feel warm excitement, even though we do not have many participants here. My suggestion for you is, firstly, if possible, wear a name tag so everybody can be recognized. Name tag. And secondly, I really want to suggest, Maggie, separate LE and GE. You still need to find two person to do the different things. You can do that. You don't need to invite an outsider. You can do that, language evaluator. Because this is a too heavy burden for this person. I can do that, but I don't think other person can do that. All people they can do that, but this is too heavy. Okay, but also these two positions have two different purposes. One is focused only on language, and one is focused on the